Hello everyone and welcome back to techystack channel. Today we'll try to explore one more new topic and this is related to the error. So sometimes we are reading files with the help of system.get files. So generally how some people are how they are using now I will show you first thing. Later I will tell you how we can rectify that error. So let me remove all these variables which is not required. So I'm declaring one variable which is nothing but a file name, and after this system dot not system or system dot directory you can use directory dot get files of sometimes what happen so they are entering the directly the path. So as of now this is the my path, so they entering the directly this path. So if we enter directly this path, what will happen we'll see. And downside I will make one message box. So I'm making as file name. So here it's throwing that error because the files whatever the files are it's storing into a one array. So just I am changing this type. Let me go inside an array of the list. I will make it a string. So now you can see that the error got disappeared and I'm trying to run this. Now it will throw the some error. We'll see that what type of error it will throw here. So based on that error, how we can resolve this and what is the best practice here, we can see that. So moving step into the error, you can see this as in the parameters is incorrect and it's saying this file. So whatever the data which you are declared here now, which is in the format of incorrect. So now how we can rectify this? So I'm stopping this bot. Just edit this. So but this means get files which is dealing with the some setup of files. So we cannot directly give that file path. So if you want having on the standard file, that time you can take one as an activity and give the path as directly, then it will work. So this is only for the single files. For example, you have the multiple files, how you can get all the files and store into the one variable. So remove, I mean, till this is my path. So under this path, I have this arithmetic config file. So what I will put double quotes here after this comma, and so what type of files you need. So I need only that file types of which is related with star. Okay, now this error got disappeared. So what I am trying to achieve here means here I have the one folder. So where is this folder? One second, let me move to that particular folder. So here I'm having some folder and I want to fetch only the Excel files. .xl which is the my extension. So I don't want to fetch these text files. So that time how we can do now? So this is a format which we are doing. So once you updated this format, let me show here. So this is a format. So once you updated this format, then the errors, whatever errors are previous Usana, so those type of errors we can ignore it now. So let me run this. Step into previous we got error, so which is format is not incorrect. Now we didn't get any error and we'll see what type of data available here. So when I click check into data here, so I have these files. So whatever the files I have, all the get into the one variable. So if I want to fetch only the one file, so at the time I will give here one. But here the problem is we don't know which file we want to fetch. For example, if I want to fetch only arithmetic config, then we need to use some alternate string operations of whether it is find or not. Based on that, we need to fetch that. Okay, this is the one method how we can fetch all the files into particular string. I mean particular variable. So this is a one variable. In this variable, all files are available. Okay, if you use these things, what will happen? You don't know if you have bunch of 100 files. Out of 100 files, you need only the one file. How we can identify that? So it's a bit difficult to that. I mean, alternate ways are there. So instead of that, we go with for loop. So we can fetch that file. So now I will show that for loop as well. Just I will take for each. I'm putting for each. After it's whatever the files are there, na, this data. So just copy this and paste it here. So here you don't want to paste the entire everything. Just give this path till here. That's it. Okay. After this, just I'm putting this inbox message box inside of this here and changing this current text dot to string. So now what you want to know, so you can put one if condition here and you can run it. So whatever the file, if when it is success, so take that file, I mean assign that file into one variable and break that loop. So I will show you here only the for one loop. Similar way it will work for the all the type of files. So I'm moving inside. So we can see this data file. So this is for example, just assume that. So I want this arithmetic config file. So when I find that, so we can fetch the data. So that's it. So this is the another method. Okay, now the question is, so we have the two methods. So here what was problem now? So I have the 1,000 files. In the 1,000 files, I need to fetch only the one specific file. How we can do that? So I will explain this with this same thing. So let me stop this part. The code generally how we can fetch that complete files and storing into the one array variable. So now from this we need to fetch only the data of with the specific file. So we need to use one small function which I have splitted here. So directory.get folders, get files. So it will give us all the files and storing into the one variable. After that, we need to fetch only the specific file. So here my specific file is arithmetic config. So this is my file. So how we can do? So we are using this one link function. So where function files. So this is a where after that function of this files. Okay. In that files contains, so there are multiple bunch of files are there. In that file, any file having the arithmetic config file. So pick that. Okay. After you pick that, let me update its query there. So after this, I'm updating here. So after picking, it's fine. So, but when I try to run, so it will throw in that error. So let me show you that thing. Okay, here it won't get any error. One second, let me reopen this. Okay, let me check what it will throw out here. Let me see whether I got this particular file or not. So I got this my particular file name. Okay, if for example, if you got any error at this point, okay, try to add this direct cast of that to string. So if you get any error, apply this one. If you not get any error, this is fine. It will work. So only directory of this particular file, enter the files and where the file contains this one. So this is a way method how we can get this only the single file out of the thousands something file without using the for loop. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more like it, make sure hit that like button, share with your friends, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to turn off notifications so you never miss an upload.